Good morning, Yankee fans. How's everybody doing today? I hope better than yesterday and the day before and the day before. But yesterday has to be better because of the fact that we won a game. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Can't believe it. We actually won a game, everyone. And you know what? I really, really believe that play by Bellinger might have saved the season. We're gonna discuss that with CT Cards in about a minute or so. Let's see. Breaking news. Yeah, okay. 99 is playing tricks with us this morning, but I'll tell you about it in a couple of minutes. How you doing? I want to say hello. Good morning to Real Bill 99, CT Cards, Jonathan, just to name a few, and also in the email we got Bob Rizzo. We have Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? Kevin, how's it going? Kevin, I know you're on vacation still. I hope you're having a great time there. So I wanted to say hello to everyone, and thanks for stopping by. Thank you, everyone. A few people yesterday subscribed to the channel. We really appreciate it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And there's a lot more contact, a lot more things happening. Well, I want to give you the heads up for today. Obviously, there is no game today. So basically, we're going to have a little discussion a little bit later on. At the end of the show, I will tell you the time. But right now, we're going to get to CT Cards, who's traveling as usual, and we're going to bring him up. CT, good morning.
How you doing, Joe?
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Man? What's going on?
I'm here with you guys.
Game. Yay!
I'm gonna wait for you to ask me a question because I'm not. That belly was awesome. That moment was awesome, but I'll get into it a little later.
Well, I want to talk about which I think, and a lot of people think the same thing. The Bellinger catch might have saved the season. I know that's crazy to say, but it might have turned the season around. What do you think about that?
What an amazing play. That's why I like Bellinger. I hope he is with us next year. I know he's going to opt in with us, so I'm not even worried about that. Can I say that one thing is going to change our season? No, I can't say that. Yesterday was a punt game for the Mets. Look at the second picture they put in. Everyone in the chat, go and look at the box score. Look at the second picture the Mets put in. What is his ERA? It's almost 15. 14.95 ERA was the second pitcher they put in. We should have destroyed the Mets yesterday, and we didn't. It was a 6-4 close game.
Yep.
So, yes, Belly's catch, that was amazing, but at the same token, I don't know if that's going to save the season, but, I'll have hope that did,
Well, I want to take you back a little bit. In 1998, before the Yankees went nuts winning, just about every day, they were 1-5 and couldn't win a lick against the Mariners. And I'll never forget it. It was just like yesterday. So the game looked gloomy again, but I think it was the fourth inning or the third inning, the Mariners had first and third and one out, and and Ken Griffey Jr. was coming up. And I'll never forget it. I'm trying to think of it must have been Michael Kay. I'm not 100% sure. They said, if they get out of this, it's going to change the season. Well, guess what? He hit into a double play when everything looked doomed. And from that point on, I think the Yankees won like 41 out of the next 45. It was incredible. But They could do no right. But that one, he hit into that double play, and he never hits into a double play against the Yankees. That's when I knew, my God, whatever was said, God was on their side. And I have a feeling the same thing here. But that play just saved the season. That's my opinion. I think the
I hope
Yankees
you're,
will turn it around.
I hope you're right, Joe. I hope you're right. I really do.
And I also feel that we for once we may have a steady lineup. That's going to be I think once we make a few trades, we're going to have a steady lineup. And I think that and you're going to see they're going to start taking off. You know what? At this point, I don't care about first place. You say it's important and what. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you still have to get to the World Series. So rather you do it in first place or you know what? You're better off playing the games. You play because you sit down and then you're cold as ice. And then you lose the first two games and you're scrambling. So what's the difference? You play a couple extra, so what? You're playing 162, 40 in March and April and even in February. Who cares? Another couple of games is not going to kill anybody. And that keeps the team fresh. So I really don't care about first place. I got to be honest. I don't care. As long as they get in the playoffs. Go ahead.
Well, my issue is just, with this particular team, with the injuries we've had and what's going on, I don't think you could. I get what you're saying about the 1998 team, but the 1998 team wasn't dealing with quite what we're dealing with. Schmidt going down, no Cole, Volpe. Okay, I don't even want to bring up his name, but there's just some issues going on, and I don't think one game is going to solve that. I hope I'm wrong, though, Joe. I'm 100% hope I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be negative, but I said that was a Mets punting game, and they made it close. That's scary. I said we should.
All the more that play was big. That play was big, no question about it. I want to say good morning to Rob Saxon. How you doing, FJ? How you doing? How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. We're on fire today. John, the Beagle Dad, is back. How you doing, big guy? How's it going with you? I'm sure we're all happy. So we're all coming back to the stream because the Yankees won a game. The Yankees won a game. The cherry. The Yankees won a game. There we go. Oh, the baseball purist is here. How you doing, big guy? How's it going? So what does everybody think about Juan Sodto not making the AllStar game? I thought that was crazy. Oh, he's CT has a smile on his face. All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, I love it.
I'm sure you do.
Sodto hasn't been consistent enough. Am I still here?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm cutting in and out. I'm sorry. I'm just in a weird dead zone. Sodto hasn't been consistent enough, but at the same token, nor is Jazz. So I'm just curious if a lot of this has to do with that Boone is managing the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, Sodto probably should have been on, most likely, actually, definitely should have been on the All-Star team compared to Jazz.
Yeah.
I mean, Jazz has been awesome, but he's so in.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, all right. He is frozen at the moment. We'll get back.
He's more consistency.
Okay, we didn't get all of that, CT, because you got frozen. You're frozen again. All right, we'll get back to CT as they fix. Must be in a dead zone as they're driving. Jake says, I think he got snubbed personally for Juan Sodto. I do too. If anything, with reputation and that he's coming on, I know he was inconsistent. And that's what I feel about Paul G. Paul G was headed to the All-Star game, and then he just stopped hitting. And that's what hurt him. That really hurt him. Let's see. D-Train, good morning. GM, good morning, everyone. Sodto got snubbed, honestly. I really believe that. I really do. Good morning, Merck. How you doing? How's it going? Graham, welcome back. How's it going with you? I hope everybody had a great weekend and a great holiday weekend. I'm really hoping that we have a good week ahead. It's good that the Yankees are quiet today. Maybe they won't be quiet roster-wise. Let's see what happens with the roster. Felix, good morning. How you doing? How's it going? Except for the batting average, Soto's numbers are all-star worthy. Yes, I agree with you, Felix. No question in my mind. I was very, very surprised. I really was. That was, listen, yeah, the people be laughing because he's an $800 million player and he didn't make the All-Star game. I mean, that's a little out there. Good morning, Nathan. How you doing? Happy Monday to you. Brand new week. While we're at it, everyone, just a quick scoreboard update from yesterday in case you missed any of the scores. You have the Orioles beating Atlanta 2-1. The Red Sox beat the Nationals 6-4. The Phillies beat the Reds 3-1. The Blue Jays beat the Angels 3-2, the Red Hot Blue Jays. So they've won at least 6 in a row. The Brewers beat the Marlins 3-1. The Tigers beat the Indians the Guardians, 7-2. Final in 10. In final in 10, the Rays beat the Twins 7-5, and the Rockies beat the White Sox 6-4. The Royals beat the Diamondbacks, shut them out 4-0. And the Houston Astros beat the Dodgers again. They have their number 5-1. The Mariners 1-0 win. That was a great game. The Cubs all over the Cardinals 11-0. The Padres back on the winning track, wins 4-1 over Texas, and the Giants back 6-2 on the Athletics. So that was your scoreboard for yesterday. Today, everyone, we have Tampa is playing the Tigers. That's a great game. You have the Rockies and the Red Sox, the Marlins and the Reds, the Dodgers and Milwaukee. The Blue Jays are playing the White Sox. Pittsburgh Pirates, Kansas City Royals, Guardians, Astros, Rangers, Angels, Diamondbacks, Padres, and the Phillies are playing the Giants. So that's your scoreboard update. That's your scoreboard for tonight. I want to thank you for joining us. Remember, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We are getting closer to our deadline Trade Talk Wednesday, July 16th at 8 p.m. And that's going to be, I am so excited for that show. We're going to be talking. I mean, maybe the Yankees would have made a trade by then. Who knows? The Yankees may be different in a few days. So we're going to keep close tabs on everything. We will definitely give you the latest news and trade information. Tonight we have Ken the Ugly Truth is going to be dissecting the next series coming up, and he will do that at 7 p.m. And we're gonna come back a little bit later with a little Yankee chat, a little bit of everything, and we're gonna do that. I would say around 8 o'clock. So get ready for that. But I will keep you posted. We also have Turnbuckle Talk tonight. As long as the internet, like yesterday, was completely out for TJ, and we could not stream. So we're hoping. I've spoken to him this morning. He says it's better, but it's still going in and out. But our plan, the plan from TJ is we're going on with Total Turnbuckle Talk, all wrestling. That's going to be at 7 p.m. That will be live on his channel, Turnbuckle Talk. So we will discuss the WWE, AEW, any breaking news, anything like that. Please come. If you're a wrestling fan, it's all wrestling, no Yankees, all wrestling, everyone. So please come in, subscribe. Press the like link. I want you to look at all the videos. They're awesome. We have breaking news. We do everything. So we'll talk about tonight's Monday Night Raw. Then we'll also go over SmackDown. Then we'll do next week, which our streams will probably be on a Saturday. We'll talk about Raw and SmackDown leading up to pay-per-views. So there's a lot of fun things coming up on that end. But getting back here, everyone, let's see. Jake, Cleveland is struggling big time. I think they've lost like 10 straight. Yeah, I mean, they really are having a very, very hard time. Merck says, can someone check if the link is working for me, please? Okay. Joe, how many home runs do you think Judge will go into the All-Star break with? Wow, well, what do we have? We have, figure what, 6 more games. So I don't know if he has a good week, maybe 4 more homers. He has a bad week, maybe 1 or 2. I would like to see him at least tied with Cal. But if he's not, so be it, whatever it is. But if he has a good week, I could see 4 home runs this week. I really can. Then again, it's a strange game. He could get nothing. He could get 3. He could get but I see him having at least another, I would say, maybe another 3 or 4 before the week is over. Felix says, can Judge get to 35 homers and 80 RBIs before the All-Star break? He might. It all depends if they're pitching to him. It's a factor because a lot of managers are starting to follow, hey, listen, just put this guy on. And sooner or later, it's going to catch up with everyone. So, Nitin says, my team gave you guys a shutout on Twitter. Well, thank you so much, Nitin. I appreciate it. We all appreciate you. We're taking it from, everything. How about John the Beagle? Maybe not this year, but because he makes that much does not give him the nod in the All-Stars. And that's talking about Juan Sodto. Yeah, but I mean, come on. He's got 53 RBIs. He's got 21 home runs. All right, he's not batting in the 300s, but still, he's definitely woken up and he's ready to go. I think as a reserve, to be totally honest with you, he deserved to be in there. Not, with his stats, I'm not sure, Let's see. Graham says the Mariners pitchers are no slouches. The Cubs staff are also not to sniff at. Winning the games is more important than Judge hitting dingers. 100%, Graham, 100%. But again, I really like what happened yesterday, and especially that play from Bellinger. If that doesn't wake them up, I don't think anything will. And again, I go back to the play back in 1998 that woke the Yankees up completely. They were dead to the water. They were trailing 4-1 to the Mariners. The Mariners had first and third and 1 man out. Ken Griffey Jr. up. Everybody thought he was going to explode, like he usually did in the Kingdom then. And he had a ground ball to second over the Jeter, and then on to Tino Martinez. That was a double play, and I'll never forget when I believe it was Michael Kay says that's going to turn the season around. The Yankees came back, they won that game, and they never looked back. They were 1-4, they were 2-4 after that game, and it just went nuts. And I'm hoping to God I'm doing a Lavazza coffee nut on that. That's going to turn our season around. So salute to everybody and the New York Yankees. Wow, I love that taste. Let's see. We got, let's go to Jake. I can only hope they turn things around because if they have to play the wild card spot, there's more of a chance of them losing since they have to play the extra team in the wild card. Well, that's true, but as long as you're in there, you always have the chance. And Felix says, Lasagna is scaring me. He has been bad since he came back. 3 hits yesterday. Well, he's looked okay as long as you give him an inning. I mean, listen, he's going to have a bad outing here and there. Everybody does. Even the great Mariano Rivera had a bad inning every now and then. So you got to give him a chance, and he'll follow through. I'm not too worried about that. He was competing with the Japanese players like Otani and others, so the roster kind of crowded. I think Kay not sure how big the All-Star team is. All right. So, well, again, these are the things we've got to think about. We're coming home now. We have a very, very little slight momentum. So let's get to it. Let's do what we need to do, and get on that winning formula. Merck says, yeah, every reliever has a hiccup. Of course, there's no question about it. You can't go perfect. Nobody's perfect, not even Mariano Rivera. It happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You learn from your mistakes and you throw differently. You look at, watch the videos like people do. Sometimes these hitters, they make me laugh. They look at the videos. Oh, they're so confident that something's going to change, and then they go and they strike out the next time up. How many times do you see that happen? A lot. Jake, yesterday I think there was a ball hit to second when he was pitching. The Jazz could have gotten. Part of it is because DJ is playing. Well, I have a feeling that's going to change soon. So rather Candelario will go to third base, which I'm still scratching my head on. He's going to be he's batting lower than Peraza if you can fathom that. And Peraza's as probably a better defender. But I think the Yankees just want to shake things up, and they want to get Chaz back to second base. You got to get him over third. Automatically, the Yankees become a better defensive team. No questions asked. They are a better defensive team with Chisum there, because Chisum just makes that infield. That right side, along with Vulpi, is great. And what they're wasting Chisum at third base. I'm sorry, but they are. You definitely need Chisum for second base. That's all there is to it. I got a feeling something's in the mix as far as a trade coming. Grooming the roster to possibility of add and subtract. I agree with you. I agree with you, JT. I definitely. And by the way, JT, thank you for subscribing yesterday. Really, really nice. And the like button, and you'll get every notification. And we're going to have a lot more guests, a lot more coming to NY Yankee Mania. Right now, the man of the hour, the man with the power, another co-host of ours, NR Media, Nitin. And good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning. Speaking of guests, my team and I are still working on more guests for your show, so stay tuned.
Thank you. That I'll never turn down, my boy. I'll never turn that down. And again, as always, they don't have to come on in the morning. I'd be more than happy to put a special show on at any time, at any given day. It's not a problem.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Joe. Let's go Yankees. We have a day off today. We can enjoy the day off today with the win yesterday. So let's go. And Red Sox fan is in here.
Yay! What's doing? Oh, come on! Don't be disappointed. Don't listen. Listen, Red Sox Nation. You're more than welcome here. I have no problem. Just when the Yankees play the Red Sox, we're rooting for the Yankees. You're rooting for the Red Sox. Yep. So we totally understand. But hey, listen, it takes good guts to come on with a lot of Yankee fans on here, and we really, really appreciate it. I know you were on yesterday. I'm hoping that you subscribed and liked the show, because there's a lot more coming. And so we're looking forward to it. Tonight, by the way, everyone, Well, Ken from The Ugly Truth is going to explain what he's up to. I believe he has a stream coming up at 7 tonight, and he's going to talk about the upcoming series. And then right after that, I'm hoping everybody comes to NY Yankee Mania, and we're gonna have like a chat about the Yanks, but mostly whatever you guys want to talk about.
And also,
go ahead.
You go ahead. Sorry.
No. And whatever you guys want to talk about, and it's a more open forum for you guys as far as, we talk about. We've had such a good time talking about a little bit of everything: your weekend, your food, your family, your travels, where you are. So we're definitely looking for that. And you know what? We have a nice rest night. There's no baseball as far as the Yankees are concerned. So sit back, and between myself and Ken from The Ugly Truth, who's hopefully be coming on in the next few minutes, we're going to keep you occupied.
What's up, 99 over 22? Yes, we still have Stanton, Steelmatic Network. We still have Stanton, and I was gonna say is tonight tune into our Job on the Mouth show at 7:30. Tune in there tonight. We're live tonight at 7:30, so tune in there. And then 12 o'clock, I have a guest coming on the Nitton Sports Show. His name is Matthew Dennis. He competed in the Fanatics games. Fanatics Fest games this year, and he was third place, and he got $250K from Tom Brady. So he's joining the show today. So tune into that one also.
Awesome. Good luck with that. And
yep.
Yes, definitely we'll keep trying to tune into everything we can. We keep ourselves occupied, amused, and a lot of fun doing all of this. Without any further ado, I usually take a few minutes away from Ken, so today I'm going to add a few minutes. We're going to bring him up to the live stream. So let's say hello, everyone, to Ken from The Ugly Truth, who does a tremendous job with play-by-play and analyzing the next series that the Yankees are going to play. So let's bring him up right now. Ken, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Nathan, and everyone in the chat.
How you doing?
Awesome dressing you got on today, my man.
Yeah.
Love the hat, love the shirt. Look at him.
Let's go.
Yankees. Let's give that man a contract.
I support the Yankees whether they win, lose, or indifferent. I've been a fan for so many years, and I've seen these types of streaks through. If I could live through the 82 to 95 drought,
you could live
through anything.
Yep. Well, even take it back a notch. Before 76, 77, 78, we had to go through some rough times too. But
oh yeah,
we were young pups at the time. Really young pups. But so Ken, while we're talking about it, tell us what you have going for today, and then what you're doing for the play-by-plays for the upcoming games.
Okay. Well, you've got a question from 99 over 22 about a video. I'm not sure what he's talking. Today, I'm going to do a pre-series review with the Yankees and the Mariners. I was planning on doing it at 7 o'clock, but I didn't want to run over with the Jabba in the Mouth show, because I actually like getting in there and listening, and I certainly want to support Nathan and his stream. And Jason Custodio is doing the trivia game thing at 7, so I backed it up a little bit. And I know that you have the 8 o'clock show that I look forward to hearing.
If
I will
like to jump on, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
I will be doing the play-by-play for the game 1 of the Mariners Tuesday, coming on board. Then Wednesday, obviously, is bowling night. It's an Amazon Prime game, and I'm not doing that one. And then Thursday, I'll call the rubber match.
Cool.
Sort of hoping that I could have been on the Wednesday stream, because that's supposed to be Cam Schlittler's debut.
Mm-hmm.
he's supposed to be the starter on that day.
Well,
I'm
maybe
curious
we could work something out, and maybe we could do something. I could work something out. I'm going to check to see how it is from the phone. Ken, if it works well, I'll do it. I have no problem doing it from the phone, as long as it stays on and it stays well. I don't mind doing it, and then you can always jump on. As soon as you come on, you can come on the link, and boom, it would make things so much easier. So I could start it, and you could finish it. That's a tag team, baby. That's what we're all about.
I can work that, no problems. Like I says, it's the young man's debut. Who we've been looking forward to him showing up in the majors.
Yep.
He's done some amazing things down there at AAA and AA. So I want to see what the guys got in the show. Hopefully that might mitigate.
So he's confirmed for Wednesday now. He's confirmed for Wednesday, most likely. Right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he is confirmed.
So,
guys, I want to address what 99 said. I don't know if you guys saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
Joe, there's a video out of Vulpi's dad at the game yesterday, and the fans were yelling at him about taking baloney about Vulpi. Yes, I did see it. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm telling you, what they threw, the words and the what they were throwing at that poor guy who's battling a very, very serious problems, and he did not deserve anything like that. That's cruelty. That is cruelty, and they should have thrown that guy out. If I were Michael Vulpi, I would have had security take him by the head, throw him out of the stadium, and goodbye. First of all, you cannot scream F this and F that all around the stadium and direct it to Anthony Vulpi. What is this coming to? Are you kidding me? Throw his buns out of the stadium and never come back. You idiot. To do that to number one, someone who's battling something so important in his life, and he has his son playing shortstop for the New York Yankees. What the heck are you thinking, you dumb you know what?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for bringing that up, 99. I appreciate that, because that was disgusting. And I'm telling you, I threw my phone. And I'm going to reach out to Anthony Vulpi's father, who I'm pretty friendly with. And as a Yankee Yankee man, I'm going to apologize, because it's disgusting. I'm sorry about that, guys. I had to go on a little rant on that.
It seems to be an increasing trend with fans and ball players. And the long and short, this is supposed to be a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grown men are playing or being paid to play a game. Folks are supposed to be entertained by this. Family members certainly don't need to be attacked, like last year when Carlos Rodon had death threats against his wife and his child. Completely unacceptable. The occurrences that happened to Ketel Marte in Chicago this season with the fan, basically heckling him about his mother's death. It's uncalled for. It's unnecessary, and it's just disgusting. At least Major League Baseball in the Marte situation, the Sox removed the said individual, who was a 22-year-old kid, by the way, and Major League Baseball followed suit by banning him for indefinite for attending any baseball games in any major league venues.
I agree with you.
It's and Dennis Santana had something similar, although he went a little bit crazy there in Pittsburgh. So
yeah, that was
actually he's in trade rumors. I forgot what team. I think it was the Phillies are looking at him, or the Astros or the Dodgers. Somebody's looking at him right now. I don't remember what it was.
You think the Yankees should be on him?
No, we don't want him. We
Oh.
had him.
Yeah.
We don't want him. Hey,
it's sort of like dating an ex-girlfriend.
yeah.
The reason that you broke up is still there. And with Dennis Santana coming to the Bronx, the issues he had before will still be there.
Well, Graham, half the Yankee base is doing the hate thing on Vulpi, but that doesn't make it right. That does, and you know what gets me sick to my stomach also about this? And I'm there's no shows I'm gonna mention or anything, but how can you allow the language, the vulgarity of this stuff on the stream? How do you do that? Sure, that if you're allowing it, then they can go to the stadium and start screaming their heads off. But they got to do something about it. Volpe's father was very nice.
I met Volpe's parents before when Volpe was in Somerset when we were covering Volpe at Somerset. I met the parents before. They're both.
Well, one thing I can tell you, they make a mean chicken parmesan.
Yeah, but they're amazing.
I've had it; it's delicious.
Yeah, he has an amazing family. So his parents are amazing. Yeah,
very.
Earlier in your stream, you mentioned the AllStar game,
right?
And the one that I'm shaking my head about is Clayton Kershaw being named the commissioner special player to the National League All-Star team.
Oh my God.
I mean, Kershaw, he's most definitely a Hall of Famer. Through his career, he's had a great body of work, but he's been on the IL most of the season. He's got, a handful of starts, and this guy is an all-star? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you're right. Now, Jake is saying, I totally agree with you guys. At the same time, I think the Volpe's dad, by cursing back, is not a good look for the Volpe. Not a good look. The father was getting attacked verbally.
Well, at least he didn't pop him in the chops like
right.
most New Yorkers would have done.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he said, bring it on. I mean, and he's a little guy, actually. He's not the biggest guy. But kudos to Michael Vulpi, because you don't have to take anything like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason. You go cuckoo sometimes. You don't realize what you're saying. But they realize what they're saying because it's all already made for them. But Anthony Volpe's father, Michael, that wasn't premeditated. He went crazy, and I can't blame him for that. And nobody can blame him for that. Are you going to say, oh, okay, man, could you stop cursing at me, please? Come on, give me a break. I can't blame him for that. I'm sorry. That is wrong. That I definitely stick up for.
What's up, Bill? What's up, John?
John the B. Okay. By a Met fan. I don't know if it was a Met fan. We got to look at it. You got to ask 90. I don't remember, but I saw it. It made me sick to my stomach. I think it was a Yankee fan. I actually do.
Let me see. I can pull it up right now.
Yeah, please.
But as a father and a grandfather, you're going to defend your child or your grandchild no matter what.
Of course.
He's not going to sit there and say, "Oh, my boy is crap. He doesn't deserve to be a major league."
It was a Mets fan.
Was it a Met fan?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to show you right now. Look, this kid right here. Hold on.
Oh, I thought it was the kid. I thought it was the person next to him.
No,
No. It's not the Met fan. It's the other guy.
Oh, the other guy.
Look at it.
Oh, he's a Met fan too, though.
Does it have a Met? See, I can't see that.
He's wearing a Mets shirt.
Hey, Joe, we're old. Vision isn't so great anymore.
No, it's not. No. It was halfway. It was halfway.
He's wearing a Mets shirt. When he turns, look. There you go. Yep. See, he's wearing a Mets shirt. You see that?
Well, I don't see Lindor doing great things lately either. So kudos to that.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but the media's got to stop it. If you see that it's happening, urge the people not to do that. Why are you bringing that on? You're supposed to be professional, or try to be. You're not professional saying F this and F that, and you let the people say it to you? or say it on your channel, on whatever you're doing. Listen, you can do whatever you want, but there's no love, Lord. There's no love in that. That's ridiculous. You want to boo, you want to hiss, you want to say, fire the manager. That's one thing. But you don't attack a man in the stands who's trying to enjoy a ball game and his son is playing.
Morning, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Sorry, but it happens at every Yankee channel. Not here. Real Bill, I won't allow it. I will not allow it. Absolutely not. People think that the sport is alive or dead.
Wait, what?
Live or die.
Oh, live or
die. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, part of that, my gut instinct, has to do with gambling.
Mm-hmm.
They make make it so easy for even you look at the Yankee games, they're talking about FanDuel parlays. And
the Met game's worse. The Met game, they talk about, bet this much, you can win $580 doing it. At least the Yankee game, they do, you can win up to $50, you can win $52 if you bet this. I mean, they're aggravating. Well, who cares? I don't want to know that this is brought to you by gambling. It's ridiculous. You can't even breathe. Whatever happened to this is brought to you by Nissan or Toyota or a beer commercial. What happened to those commercials?
Mm-hmm.
Merck says, I'm sorry, I do not respect the Mets fans, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, listen, it doesn't matter if it was a Yankee fan, a Met fan, a hockey fan, you still don't do it. You don't do it.
Hey, Stephen B.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, Steve, how you doing, my man? How's it going? Let's see. Lou says, I've been on Vulpi's backside for 3 years. Okay. All right. But that doesn't call that you got to call his father all kinds of names.
No. That's not what he's saying. They're critics of Vulpi, have been critics of Vulpi for 3 years, most certainly.
No, but he's saying I've been. That's an I. I've been on Vulpi's backside for 3 years.
He has been, but a lot of people have been too.
Right. We all know that, including me. But I'm not gonna sit here and say
there's a difference, Joe. You're not making personal attacks against Vulpi or Vulpi's family. That's right. The differential here. And families damn sure should be off the table. They're not involved in the game. They're supporting their family members, just like any other family does.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, and like 99 says, yes, family is taking it too far.
I'll tell you what. You look at DJ LeMahieu. Over the last 3 years, nobody has taken a bigger crap burger than him. But they don't attack his family.
Mm.
I agree.
Hey, Lou.
What was that, Nathan?
No, he said, what's up, Blue?
Oh. Let's see.
I'm sorry, I do not respect
the Met fan base anymore. That was the last straw for me. Okay. Really? Nothing wrong with that.
Mert, just because there are a few jerks in the Yankee or the Met fan base, that doesn't delineate the entire fan base. There are good people that are Met fans.
I agree.
It's just there's just got to be a different methodology on dealing with these type of disruptive individuals, whether it's action taken by the organization or Major League Baseball itself. Because nowadays, when you attend, I don't know the last time you attended a Major League game, but there are big info notes that are up that say, people are here to enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
People from other teams do not harass, do not use abusive language towards them. I mean, it's laid out.
Yep.
And if these people are actually violating the letter of the law for their particular stadiums, then the teams need to take action on that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be ejection from the game, suspension from returning to their park, even criminal charges for verbal assault.
No, I totally agree. Totally agree.
But the behavior is unacceptable. And I'll tell you what, from a personal incident, I had my whole family at Camden Yards maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And my sons were younger, had one that was a teenager. And, the family supports the Yankees. So we're wearing our Yankee gear. And there were people that were yelling at us. And my son was visibly upset. And then some jerk threw beer and popcorn at us. I almost went into the stands to kick that dude's tail end every which way but loose. For me, you mess with my family, especially an underage minor, there is a freaking issue that we're going to have.
Yep.
Oh, big time. That's
ridiculous.
That's horrible. That is really, really horrible. But
that's but after that happened, that's when I started noticing the things about harassing fans for other teams at the ballparks, and security actually taking a more active measure on it.
Yep. Just everybody's got to remember one thing, and one thing only. It's entertainment.
Yep.
Entertainment. You get more calmness at a wrestling match.
People are there to have fun, enjoy the game, and watch their favorite players play the game, and that's why people love sports and people get together, enjoy the game. But we're not in there for any reckless talk.
And there's one point that we're not even talking about. How many players didn't want to come to the Yankees or the Mets? Yeah. Because of the fans.
Yeah.
Because the other players would say, "Oh, you're going to New York? You better have a shield on, because if you're not doing good, they're going to throw eggs at your wife, or they're going to throw eggs at your kids." So you know how many players, thanks to the people out there that do this stuff, you're even scaring away players.
Cliff Lee was a fantastic left-handed pitcher during free agency. Refused to come to New York because the way his wife was treated when he was a visiting pitcher. So
remember they had a chance to get Cliff Lee at the trade deadline too when he was in Seattle.
Yeah. He said no. I'm not going to freaking pull my no trade clause. You can forget it. I'm not going to that team.
Yeah, 99. Well, very, very well said. They should ban for profanity towards players. But the thing is, you got to catch them in the act. You can't, somebody, can go, "Hey, security, come over here. This guy, all he's doing is saying F, 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 F." Well, now the guy already knows he's not going to do it. He's going to wait till the guy finally leaves.
Yeah, but you know what?
You got to do it on the QT.
The thing that's funny here, though, is there are so many people that have cell phones and cameras. Somebody's getting caught on camera, guaranteed.
But also with that, Ken, people are scared because they say, "Oh yeah, you tape me? Wait until I say, don't worry, I know your face. I'll find you." Mm-hmm. Everybody has something for everybody, so you never could win unless they run on the field or so, and that's another. Yeah, and that's something I can never understand. You are not going to be shown on TV at all, or highlights, nothing. Why do you want to go spend the night in jail?
Well, you remember back in the day when it used to be common practice for people to jump out of the stands and run on the field?
Oh yeah, after the game.
Even during the game. Some of them streakers and whatnot.
Yes.
And they stopped showing them on camera. All of a sudden, that stuff went down by like 50-60% right overnight, and they were running around naked butt on the field, being tackled by security, put in cuffs, and taken to the pokey.
Oh my God!
Do you guys remember in the baseball games that woman that would run on the field and kiss all the players?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I forgot her name.
When was this?
I don't know, maybe 10, 11 years ago, something like that. What was her name? She was, attractive and, nice body, period. Let's just say that.
They had the woman in Philly who was the flasher. She'd go give boob shots to players during a game.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, people would just do the most bizarre stuff off the hook.
Oh, FJ remembers. Let's see. What's the name here?
Kissing Bandit.
Kissing Bandit. And what was the name? Hold on. No, where is it? Here it is. Come on, come up. I don't believe this. It won't come up. There we go. Oh, yeah, Chesty Morgan. That's it. Man, you remember that pretty good, huh? She should have went to the WWE. She would have been some hit. Oh, my God.
You've got people that do things at ball games that are just peculiar, but the attacking of family members and players is ridiculous. It's something that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed quickly because it seems like these incidents are growing and becoming more frequent. And honestly, if you were a parent, would you take your kid to a ball game to listen to this garbage?
No.
So you're driving away your future fan base on the same deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, John Ferrazzo says Morgana. That's who it was. Remember Morgana, the blonde lady? Yeah, she was running around all over the place. And oh, my God. I mean, really, we really need to I don't know. It's so out of whack. But you got to remember, it's a game. They are playing a kid's game.
Yep.
They might be 25. They might be 30 years old, 40 years old, sometimes even 50. It's still a boy's game.
You remember when Aaron broke Ruth's home run record?
Yes.
When he hit 716? You remember the scene as he's rounding the bases, these two fans come out from the stands and they're running with him?
Right.
In subsequent interviews, he had taken so many death threats about breaking Ruth's record. He wasn't there. He wasn't sure if he was going to get assaulted, stabbed, or shot as he was running the bases, and he was actually scared.
You can't blame him. You can't blame him. I mean, come on. What about when Chambliss hit the home run and they all ran on the field and Reggie? You see that picture of Reggie knocking that fan down?
People. Oh yeah.
That was incredible. That was crazy. That's something that they should show that something that you should not do. But Hank Aaron, you're right. Well, what about Roger Maris? Look at the life he had to lead. He was losing his hair. They didn't want him to break Ruth's record. Now, if Aaron Judge, doing that, thank God, he was a fan favorite. They love him. But God knows, you have people betting, who he's not going to do it, and he does it, and they lose $2-3 million. They go out, but who tells you to bet that?
But Joe, that's the oxymoron in baseball. You banned a bunch of players for gambling, but it's front and center in every professional sporting event now. They give out injury reports in football so that you can hedge your odds with bets in the NFL. What message are you actually sending? And I will tell you what, I've known people that are gambling addicts, no different than alcohol, drugs, tobacco. It's an addiction. And you can't just say, oh, I think I'm not going to bet today.
Just doesn't happen. It does, and they make it so easy for you.
Exactly.
I mean, the FanDuel, the this duel, the Caesars duel, the that duel. I mean, no matter where you turn, then there's Jack Pocket for the lottery. I mean, no matter where you turn, you're gonna fall into something like that. And of course, then you have the horse races. And that starts people, I won $50 or I won $100. Let me bet on baseball, maybe, and it starts and it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. And then you lose your mind. You absolutely, great talking about this, guys. It's something that needs to be addressed. Not everybody talks about this.
But me, I'm not a choir boy. I'm not going to sit there and say I've never bet, because I certainly have, and I play in money leagues for fantasy baseball, football, and whatnot, and I won a ton of money. But I am not going to go crazy over it.
No, but the bad thing about the betting is you bet a game, right? And then saying, and then how can you enjoy that game? Oh my God, he called a ball. That should have been a strike. That should have been here. Why didn't he get a base hit? Kill that guy. Yeah. What do you get out of it? What do you get out of it?
So I haven't, I haven't betted at all in my life. I haven't put one bet in my life, and now working, obviously I can't bet now because I work in the sports industry, so I can't bet. So so I haven't betted at all in my life.
I mean, for me, I played blackjack at casinos, bet on cards when I was playing poker and whatnot. But I never played where I was going to lose my rent or my mortgage. I'd set $50 aside or $100, whatever it was, and say, okay, this is what I got. If I lose it, I'm out. I ain't going to the cash machine to go get any more money. It's done.
And some people do more put all their money in for
like near my mother's house, my mother's old house. They have Indian gambling casinos there. They will cash your paycheck there at the casino, which I think is insane, because people will just sit there and gamble and gamble and gamble.
You're right. Well, it's like drinking. How about you get a day like St. Patrick's Day? I know people that go to the bar at 9 o'clock in the morning. They don't go home to midnight.
Where is that place at? The Indian thing?
In Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Jacob Patricia.
Trust me, in Monongahela in Arizona.
Yeah,
they've got huge casino, res casino there, all over the Midwest, where a lot of reservations are at. They've got that's part of their open expensing for funding the res, because they're not actually federal federal entitlements and whatnot.
Okay.
We have something going on in baseball right now with the Guardians, Luis Ortiz.
Yeah,
he's the gambling investigation as we speak. Thanks, Merck, for that, for reminding us. Thank you very much.
It's the question: if the taboo is gambling in baseball, and you're going to hold people accountable as far as sports betting, maybe not even betting on their own team, but say betting on basketball.
Yeah.
How do you subscribe to having all the gambling ads and whatnot in our actual sport?
No, you're right.
I mean, hell, you remember back in the 70s, Joe, when it wasn't uncommon to see commercials for alcohol and cigarettes. On regular TV, the Marlboro Man and whatnot. But they came out and said that these weren't good things for young people, and they stopped advertising them. Now you got some beer commercials, but not to the depth that you had back there. Matter of fact, I think it was Marlboro 100% sponsored Home Run Derby. So they had
that's right.
They had the ads before. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Does anybody out there, when you get a chance, you go on with YouTube again? They had like a home run derby, and you see Mickey Mantle on it. You see so many unbelievable stars. Young Willie Mays, Hank Aaron. It was amazing, and you see the home runs and you see them in action. I mean, those were the days, man. They don't do anything. What they do now, everything is commercialized and this and that. This stuff was real, was good. Yeah, honest, good stuff.
But you remember, they used to do that every week.
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't like at the AllStar game where they pack in, 50,000 people, make their bank on that and whatever viewers are watching. It was an every week show, and they competed, and those guys actually competed because they weren't making a lot of money. So what was it, 10 grand that they won?
Yes.
They won 10 grand, and that was like a freaking $1 million fortune.
Of course it was.
Because a lot of ball players back in that time in the off season had to have jobs.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So Sean Browning saying sex, alcohol, and gambling, the three big marketing schemes.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That is true. 100%
But
true.
you always see the hot women on racing cars and cars and whatnot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's subliminal advertising.
Even remember back in the day in the classics in the car washes, they had all the women dressed in bikinis and all for the car wash stuff.
Hey, Real Bill, thank you, and tell Doc we appreciate him saying hello.
How's your wife, by the way, and how are you doing? Yeah, but Joe and Ken, remember those ads for the car washes back in the day, but when they had all the ladies and the dress up in the bikinis and the classic stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's 100% true right there. Who said that? Sean. Sidney Crawford.
Oh, yeah, no question. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, no, because I've lost.
I think Ken froze.
Yeah, I've lost the stream. The stream is going. I can't get anything on the stream, guys.
Wait, what do you mean? It's not.
It's blank. It's just blank. It just went right off. It's a blank screen.
I can see you though. What?
I can't see you guys.
Okay.
Cannot see. Okay, you see me now?
Yeah.
It just came back. It just went off like that. Sorry, everyone. Let's get Ken back. Ken,
there
okay.
you go. Yeah, Ken, your screen froze. Yeah.
I got booted completely out of StreamYard. I'm like,
oh,
what?
Yeah, it just I don't know what happened, but sorry about that, folks.
Did you hear? Did you hear about the car wash ads? I said, Ken.
Yeah. I was making a comment on that when I got booted.
Maybe.
Maybe
StreamYard didn't like my interpretation.
Yeah, probably
did. Boot him. He's out of here. You're out of there.
He gone.
That's right. He gone. Go grab some bench. All right, I'm sitting on a bench. Done.
Graham says, Joe, it's called modern technology. Let's see. Internet is wonky. Been freezing all morning, John the Beagle. I don't know. There must be storms also. Everywhere. FG says Bikini Car Wash is a good movie. Anybody see that? I haven't. Nope. Maybe we should come on the Discord channel. Let's put it on and we all watch it together. We'll have some fun with it. StreamYard did the last Diaz on Ken. There you go. Remember last Diaz as oh my God.
If you watch any of my play-by-play streams, you would have heard me going off about Diaz and his pitiful strike calling abilities. Actually, go on most of my streams and I'm calling them out against the Yankees and for the Yankees. I just want him to call a fair game where the strike zone is consistent. Yesterday, for instance, in the game, it seemed like the Met pitchers were getting 6 inches off the plate, called strike. But the Yankee pitchers are throwing the exact same pitch and they're balls. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's
At least be consistent. If you're consistently bad, then it's fair. But if you're calling it one way and not the other, that's baloney.
No, without a doubt. You know, I don't. It's just nuts. And now we're expecting a lot of thunderstorms. So who knows? This weather is just absolutely insane. We go from 100 to 72, 68. The air conditioning's on, the steam's on. You don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah,
you know, you just live.
Look at Graham's note.
Okay. Go ahead, read it.
I've been over there, and ad laws are way more strict. 80% of the commercials here in the U.S. wouldn't be broadcast over there.
That's true. That's true. You're right about that. Sean is saying, I must admit, Ken, I did think you would be saying something about that. Myself, I was definitely saying some blue words. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, just call a fair game.
Yeah.
If you're bad for one team, be bad for the other team.
Yep.
Don't give them a hometown discount.
The Nationals fired the manager, the GM last night. The manager per MLB trade rumors. I wonder who's going to manage that team now on a consistent basis. What do you think?
Well, we brought up, remember, Anthony Rizzo?
Anthony Rizzo, yes.
It's probably going to be their bench coach that's running the show in the interim. They may pull some interviews during the AllStar break or whatnot. More likely they'll wait till the end of the season because their season is hopped anyhow. They'll be making player moves, and this may be an indicator that the Nationals may be willing to move some players at this point. So a player like Finnegan may become open.
See, that's the Yankees should jump on too. Another one.
And Nate Lowe, their first baseman, short-term contract deal may be somebody that they're going to move. They're not going to move their big horses, but they'll move. May be willing to move some of the more fringe players that could add value to any given team.
Merck says Nitin Merck says that you'll be the manager of the Nationals.
All right. And then Ken will be my bench coach. Joe will be my pitching. Actually, no, Ken will be my pitching coach. Joe will be my bench coach. And then the hitting coach will be Rizzo.
Man, I could not be your bench coach because I would be calling out umpires and being ejected. I'd lose all my money to fines to Major League Baseball.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was.
Hey, Laz, get the crane to pull your head out of your butt because you're obviously not seeing the plate.
Oh, my God.
He gone.
I'll go out on the field and really get my money's worth because if I'm giving up $50K a pop, I'm going to get some.
Yeah.
I may not do a Billy Martin pulling the bases and throwing it across the field. I would most likely be kicking dirt on their feet and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Piniella was good for that, throwing the bases. Remember when Piniella picked up the third base and he took it home with him? I thought that was tremendous. That was funny.
Piniella managed the way he played. He was that fiery guy come sun up or sun down. It didn't make a difference. He put a true face on it. He was consistent.
John Browning says, Ken, would you go Master Chef mode?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Really?
F-bombs would be flying.
Oh, Piniella was great, folks. Good morning there, the great. The Great. How you doing? How's it going?
Brazil.
I know.
You remember back in the day when Piniella got into a fight with was it Dibble?
Yes.
In the locker room that they caught on film. O'Neill was there.
Merck says, I would love to see Ken manage. No, you don't.
No, you wouldn't.
No, he'll be cursing. He'll be.
Oh,
I'd get fired. That's the issue because I would tend to lose my mind with players that didn't perform, especially if they're making as much bone as they are.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no question. Hey guys, on the Yankee Mariner, are you guys excited to see like basically like a home run derby between Judge and Cal? I think that's going to be one of the big storylines. What do you think?
Wait, what?
The home
Cal
run.
Raleigh, the guy leading Major League Baseball in home runs.
Yeah,
he's
Cal
the captain for the Mariners.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see their competition during the AllStar game. Yeah.
Well, we're going to see a preview here in the Bronx.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I think fans are going to get a kick out of that one. Let's just hope the Yankees can keep him in the ballpark and Aaron Judge just keep shooting them out of left field. That would be great.
Well, if you look at the pitching matchups, they tend to show that Raleigh may have a very, very good week against the Mariners or against the Yankees, because we got Will Warren on the bump, then we have Cam Schlittler on the bump, then we have Marcus Stroman on the bump for our three locking up with them.
Oh my God!
So you've not got any heavy hitter pitchers that he's truly going to be facing.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. It's
And
absolutely insane, but it's going to be an entertaining series.
oh yeah,
It should be a lot of fun. You should be calling good games, and dissect it. So let's see how it goes. But I just believe that one play is somehow going to turn the season around. That's just the way I feel about it.
You know what aggravated me about yesterday's game? They put so much focus on the Bellinger play, and I looked at even the post-game reviews, the highlights, and it was all over baseball. What they didn't show was the Goldie play.
Mm-hmm.
His unassisted double play, catching Mauricio at first and stepping on the bag, and I can't remember who was coming down. But he took out two by himself.
Yeah.
On an incredible. He had Mauricio fooled that Mauricio was coming back to the bag and ran into him to get tagged out. That was an incredible play. You don't see that ever.
No, you don't. But the Bellinger trade kept that game in the Yankees' favor, because that would have been sick. That would have been lousy. Oh my God.
But the Goldschmidt play was equally as important.
I know.
We were sitting. I'll tell you, man. I was calling the game, and when I saw Luke Weaver getting up to warm up in the bullpen in the eighth, I was like, "Oh my God! Please tell me this isn't so."
No, he's got to turn the corner, guys. I don't know. I've spoken to a few people and they kind of think that he's not airing it out because he's still got a problem. I don't think that's true, because the Yankees are they worry too much. They're not going to let him go out that he's like 50% or 75%. Not going to happen. The Yankees, they're very, very safe. You got to fill those boxes. Mm-hmm. And for him to come back, he filled all the boxes, guys. So,
but you know what?
Out of your head, I don't think he's hurt.
The Yankees this season have done some things that aren't prototypical of the Yankees.
I know.
If you look at Clark Schmidt, they brought Clark Schmidt up after 3 rehab starts. He hadn't even got 70 pitches down, and we brought him up. He wasn't stretched out. He didn't have control of this stuff. And when he came out, it was because Stroman and Carrasco were pitching so freaking horribly, they needed to get somebody in there. And what happened? Schmidt got his head kicked in. And this whole flexor tendon possible UCL thing, don't tell me that wasn't a contributing factor.
No, you're right. By the way, Sean Browning says that batter was Beatty. Just to let you know.
Go
ahead.
I mean, the Yankees are in such a win mode after last year's World Series. I would not be surprised if they brought Warren or Weaver back early.
Mm-hmm.
He got the PRP shot, and they're like, "Oh, he's progressing," and he was back a lot quicker for a hamstring injury than I anticipated. And if you watch his pitches like I have been, he's nowhere around the strike zone. He can't locate a fastball, and part of that is indicating that he is not driving with his legs. You drive with your legs, you got a hamstring injury, you're not able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the fastballs. The fastballs have one mode. They sail high and out of the strike zone. So that's why he's been throwing a lot of his secondary pitches, and he is getting hammered on.
Do you think Will Warren is a trade candidate in this?
No.
No.
Not now. No, I don't think now. Maybe if everybody was healthy, possibly. And the same thing with Clark Smith. I don't think Clark Smith will pitch another game for the Yankees.
No, he's done for this year.
No, I know that. But I just think
he's done for. Yeah, so he's done. Obviously, he'll be. He's not going to pitch till probably next year, mid season next year, if everything goes well. So
Graham, I did not see what Blake said about pitching.
Oh, Matt. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Matt Blake's a smart cookie. He really is. But we need a few more. We need a few more smart cookies. I'm not sure this batting coach situation is working out at this point. But they haven't really had a good batting coach since Kevin Downs.
Kevin Long. Yeah.
I mean, it was Chris Chambliss.
Chris.
Where is Chris? Big old Chris. He left under circumstances.
If you want somebody who can talk baseball, has the chops with regard to hitting, you need to call Carlos Beltran.
Yep.
Beltran could come in, and he knows the Yankee way. Hell, he desired to become a Yankee almost half of his career.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no question about it. Merck says, I don't know if you guys know that Clark Smith's second Tommy John surgery, he had Tommy John surgery in college.
Yes.
And it's hard to believe he's already 29, going to be 30 years old already. Wow.
And you know what is going to happen as a result of Clark Schmidt's second Tommy John surgery? He is going to be a bullpen arm. He will not be a starter.
Yeah, no, I agree. Mm-hmm. New to our chat, Mark Gates. How you doing? Fire Balbuni. That's easier said than done, Mark. Welcome to the stream. But no, that's easier said than that's not going to happen. The Yankees are not going to fire him in the middle of the season. They've never done it before. You had to be the father, George Steinbrenner. That's different. But Hal will not do that.
I was about to say, Billy had a rotating door. It didn't matter what time of the season. George was firing him left, right, and center.
Yep, and hiring front, right, and center.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, no question about it.
I mean, how hard up could you be to bring Stump Merrill on as the manager for the New York Yankees?
Oh, don't talk to me about him. We had a couple of run-ins on the at the end of the game. Yeah. I proved to him that the specific guy was not in left field here, and I'll never forget it. And everybody knew, and everybody was scared, including Susan Waldman. Phil Pepe was there. Not Jack Curry. There were a few guys there. And everybody knew I was right, and nobody spoke up. And he turned around to me and he goes, were you drinking beer when you saw that? I says, no. Henry Cotto was not in left field at the time. You took him out. And he knew it, and he wouldn't agree to it. He said, this is over. Then when he walked out of the room, everybody clapped. I said, not one of you could have said something to back me up? Not one of you. So believe me, Stump was Stump. His name was perfect for the way he was. That I can tell you. So really. Hey, Mark, thanks for coming on the stream. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button as you go in and out of here. I hope you keep joining us. We are on every day at 8:30 in the morning with coffee, bagels, and Yankee talk. And tonight we're going to have a table discussion at 8 p.m. A special show.
Joe, send me the link just in case. I'll try and join, but I have to work the backstage of the Job in the Mouse show today, obviously.
Sure, no
so
problem.
I'll try and get off of that eventually and then come join you for a little bit. And then
Jabba!
Love that interview that he gave us. I like maybe during the pennant race.
We'll get him back on for sure for you.
Would love that. What a great guy. What a great stream that was.
Is his segment Fire Boone ? Today?
I don't know. I gotta check the segment. I don't know. I gotta ask the producer, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about the Yankees, obviously. So I mean, we'll bring up Boone. I think they'll bring up Boone for sure.
I thought I saw a thumbnail, something about
Boone firing Boone. Okay, yeah, that means we're gonna talk about that then. Yep.
Hey, everyone in the chat, don't forget about the Discord channel that we're all in. Please, there's the link there that
Brad Osmus put in. First of all, I think Brad Osmus. I think he deserves another chance, but I don't.
He's too good, too quiet for a Yankee manager.
Yeah, I don't think
he'll be back
because whoever becomes a new. I mean, eventually, whenever they decide to fire Boone, I think they need to. I don't. I mean, I would love to have Joe Girardi back, but I don't think Girardi will love. I don't think he will come back. But I think he's done managing for now.
They'd fire roast Girardi in his own office, especially when he started talking all that smack about the players. The media would hate it.
I don't know. That's the thing. Who do you think would be the perfect fit? You brought up Don Mattingly, right? Who brought up Don Mattingly?
That was one that I mentioned in the past.
Jorge Posada.
Jorge Posada.
I mentioned Molina.
Molina, yep.
I mentioned there are a few up and comers. The guy from MLB baseball TV, Mark DeRosa.
Oh yes, MLB Network. Yep.
There are many smart people. A lot of people have subscribed to A-Rod, but I think he had such a fiery relationship in New York that he's a smart baseball guy.
Oh yeah, and Mark DeRosa would be a perfect fit. He coaches Team USA baseball, and also I brought up Ken. I brought up Dan Fiorito from the minor leagues.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's another knowledgeable one. I can.
Graham Griffin Jacks would be a real good one. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Yankees and I'm cleaning house, I'm going to Tampa Bay. I'm raiding their analytics and their scouting department. They are.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're a fantastic organization that is able to garner a lot out of young talent, and they show up in the major leagues. I mean, look at the history of the Rays. How many quality players they've traded, and the folks they've got back, they win every trade. I'd never want to trade with the Rays because of that.
No.
Well, Merck loves Yada Molina.
Yadier, yep.
Yep. That's who he likes.
You talking about Jose Molina? Yadier would be nice too.
Firing Boone won't matter if Cashman remains GM. The new manager will be the same old manager, like a puppet. That's what people call him, a puppet.
But do you think that Molina or Beltran or any of those other managers are going to fall into line? I don't see it.
Yeah. Wade Boggs. What's this? Wade Boggs for hitting coach. I don't know.
Yeah, you just have to get his walker to the cage.
Yeah, Wade Boggs has had he's had a lot of trouble lately, but I doubt Ichiro would be good.
Ichiro, but
Ichiro's in Japan though, isn't he?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure of that. Let's see. Jake says, I mean, guys, do you ever see Hal firing Boone? This may be a lifetime appointment. Oh, I think if they don't make the playoffs, he's like dead meat.
the Yankees don't tend to run managers out any more than 10 years. So his time in New York is finite.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I wouldn't mind Beltran, but I don't think he'll be.
But Beltran would be a good hitting coach, though.
Yes, but I think the Yankee fans still hate the fact of the garbage can and all that stuff, and they just will not accept him. I think that's why, look what the Mets did. The Mets didn't hire him at all. I mean, they hired him and then they got rid of him. So I don't know. That's going to be a crazy call, but we'll see.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't care. They did nothing to Altuve. They did nothing to any of the players there. But the guys on the top and Beltran was a player, and he took his lumps because he was out of the game. Beltran was a scapegoat. He didn't devise that plan. If he came to New York and would admit that he regrets what happened during that period and whatnot, I think all would be forgiven.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
But if he comes in there as an arrogant jackass, New York media is not going to accept it, and the fans aren't going to accept it.
You're right about that, 100%. So, guys, we're going on an hour and 30 on the session. How about some final thoughts?
Well, let's go Yankees. Big win yesterday. Let's enjoy this day off and get ready for another big series against Seattle. Hopefully, we can start a new winning streak. But it all starts tomorrow in the Bronx against Seattle, and hopefully we can do something good.
I believe Toronto plays tonight too, so either we lose a half a game or we're going to gain it. But they're also playing the White Sox.
Oh, and also, I'm looking forward to seeing Cam start on Wednesday. So looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I just hope, like I said, I'm looking for a good start. I'm looking for a good series from the Yankees. I really am. I think they're going to turn the corner. And who knows? Might be a trade. Might be somebody added to the roster. Who knows what they're going to do in the next couple of days? Ken?
Well, there have to be a couple of roster moves made because Schlittler is not on the 26-man roster. He's not on the 40-man, I don't believe.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to have to be, right?
Yes. Yeah. And one of those corresponding moves, it could be an administrative thing, is Oswald Cabrera on the 60-man IL,
right,
or 60-day IL. If he's not, they could administratively move him there. It doesn't change anything, but it takes him off the roster in the 40-man. So Schlittler could be added to the 40-man. Then you would have to have a corresponding move to bring him up. It's probably going to be the kid that we brought back yesterday. Relief pitcher. He pitched one game and then got DFA'd.
Right.
And then we brought him back yesterday. So he may be
with the J, I think, right?
I have a feeling the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hartley may be the sacrificial lamb to bring Schlittler onto the rotation.
Yeah, well, again, it remains to be seen, but it's good theater. I mean, they're gonna be making some noise hopefully soon, and let's hope it's right around our deadline trade talk, which is Wednesday, July 16th at 8 p.m. So we're all looking forward to that. But I know Ken usually ends with his usual.
Let's go Yankees.
Great.
Woo. Let's go.
Hey, cool. Well, everybody, thank you again for coming on the morning stream. Really appreciate it. It was a very nice stream. Good chat. Remember that we will see you tonight at 8 p.m. And we'll chat some more. And we got a few other things up our sleeves that we're going to talk about. So a lot going on, everyone. Please stay warm. Well, stay cool and stay healthy. God bless you all. And, of course, God bless America. And, yes, God bless our Yankees. Take care, everyone. We'll see you later on. And, of course, tomorrow morning. Good night. Good day, everyone.
Good night.